Hello and welcome back to the Sunshine Coast Trail. Today we have a bit of a different mission. We are going to walk around Inland Lake. Now this is a section of the trail where you can choose to keep on going on to Confederation Lake, or you can take the full loop. And there is a bit of a shelter somewhere halfway down the whole Inland Lake. But the whole loop around is it 12 kilometers, Emily?
Yeah, just over 12.
Just over 12 kilometers, so we're going to take a nice and easy loop around it, and somewhere deeper into the season when it's a little bit warmer we will then push to go to Confederation Lake and probably onto the inlet later. Okay, so that is, let's see what the day brings us. And it's a sunny day. I'm sure we're gonna get a lot of good photos and maybe some drone shot as well.
Like my new hat?
Right, so this is a little milestone on the Sunshine Coast Trail. I think I can flip the camera over. Right, so if you go southbound, you will hit Confederation Lake in 6.3 and then Fiddlehead Hut in 12.4. Okay, so that's just what the trail looks like, and this is where it offshoots out to Confederation Lake, and that is where the trail continues. Yep, the hike up to Confederation, I've done it before. It is not too bad. So here's the plan, right? Here's the plan. Next time, I think what we could do, and this of course goes for anyone who wants to do the Sunshine Coast Trail, is we will try to get a extraction on the other side of Fiddlehead, and and there is road access over there, so we'll probably get a second party to go over there and wait for us, and totally doable for 10K in one day. So that's the plan. And just to continue where I left off, it is a very doable, and I really like how accessible that different points on the Sunshine Coast Trail are. For example, when I was on the Alexander Mackenzie Trail, you kind of have to go quite far between each points if you want to do in sections, and I definitely recommend myself. I think section hikes make it just that much more manageable, and you can just bring a little bit more gear. That's how I prefer it anyways. But yeah, that is for next time. So again, that is the Chenov Trail. We are going to keep on going, and we're going to make the full loop around. The dog quite happy.
Hey.
Okay, let's continue on.
The light, it crept in, a thin silver thread, through the gaps in the curtains above our heads, and the dust motes danced like tiny lost stars on the breath of the morning, erasing the scars. Oh, morning's whisper, soft and low, where did the night go? Morning's whisper, holding you near, chasing away every doubt, every fear. Your hair, a dark river spread out on the pillow
kilometer 66, or I think this could be 67. We are getting to a turnoff, and this is a bridge that access Anthony's Island. And this is where the shelter is going to be if at this section of the Sunshine Coast Trail, that's where you choose to stay. Of all of those huts, they're usually kind of have to bring your own sleeping bag, obviously, but it's nice to have a shelter, and let's just go check it out. This is called Anthony's Island, and hopefully I think this will be a great place to launch the drone as well. So that is on the bridge. That's what we're going to do later, but first let's see the hut. Okay, up at Anthony's Island, I think we found a shelter. Okay. Okay, nice and cozy.
It's rustic.
Let's take a look here. I mean, I would stay here if I absolutely have to, but good views. No, actually, pretty good. And what did it say? It's a reserve, and there's a little moon symbol as well. So this is Anthony's Island, and I see a toilet right over there. Okay, so there should be a toilet somewhere. Anyway, somewhere over there. Not sure if you guys can see it, but a rustic cabin here at Inland Lake. Quite nice, in my opinion. Okay, and with that being said, let's get the drones airborne. Okay, always a little bit of a nervousness after the recent drone crash, but you know, you got to take the leap of faith sometimes, and that's what I'm going to do.
Look at my heels, neon on chrome, spinning this room like a gramophone. Snap of the fingers, velvet on skin. You pull me closer, people so sin. Polka dot swirling, glitter and gin. Trouble on your lips, sugar and sin. We're toe to toe, but the floor is lava. You spin me slow, then you flip it faster. Your hands stay, but the rhythm says go. How far? How far can we let this go? Electric candies when you shock me, then you spin me up, 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 up on a wire. You light my body like fire. Electric candies when you taste it, when you kiss me. Round and round we go, till we lose control.
Okay, as we are leaving Anthony's Island, I think what we have to do is we have to give a rating and see what our review is for the shelter. Okay, so Emily, you're up.
I would give it 10 out of 10 for cuteness. However, it is a little disheveled inside, and I'm not quite sure I would choose to stay there. Maybe I'd prefer a tent, but if it was an emergency, great place.
Okay, I will say I'll give it maybe 6 out of 10. You know, but overall, really, if you are in a pinch, right, you are stuck in Inland Lake. Honestly, there's a campsite just 3 kilometers down the road. But let's say that's where you have, and it's always nice when you have some place you have a shelter over your head as well. So overall, good. But if I were to do it again, I probably would choose to go further down the road, either at the campsite or go up to Confederation Lake. Right, as we are keeping going on around the loop, I think the trail, I heard at least, gets a little bit more dicey. But overall, I'm sure it's still in good condition. But let me just turn around. You got all this mud pits and stuff like that. But overall, hopefully it stays. Whoa, it's actually like this. I'm sinking. Oh, that's fun. Obviously, good hiking boots and keep your feet nice and dry. We are going to try to up our speed a little bit, so we still have a little bit more than 3/4 of the loop to go through. But I trust in this good weather with good spirits, we can finish this. And of course, more photos and documentation down the road. Emily! She made a face when I say good spirit. Down at almost halfway there. The whole loop, the full loop, I think it's around between 12 to 13k, and we're at kilometer 6 over here around the lake. I think there are obviously trail signs for north and south when it comes to the Sunshine Coast Trail, but in this case, for the whole loop around the lake, I think we are at the halfway point. Look at this stuff, very interesting. I think this says MMVI, not sure what that stands for, but a little gazebo stuff. That's obviously great for having picnic and such. And what I really think is awesome is that we've got some Washroom River. Take a look over there. See there, waiting for Emily. But yeah, a very friendly trail for people who just want to come out for a day, and that's what we're doing today. And getting around, and we will keep on updating when we reach the end. Well, look what we just found on the trail. Look at this little guy here, just chilling. Really good carving. Looks like they've got some ducks like stuff. And this guy got a rock for a hat as well. Anyways, you never know what we're going to find on the trail. On our final stretch of completing the loop, the time is 5 something, so not too bad. What is something that's quite remarkable really is that there are wood carving all over the trail. That makes something to look forward to. This one looks more kind of like an eagle. I think we've seen bear before, and there's a hunter. So, well, I think that's something. If you guys wanted to find something to do when you come to Inland Lake, walk around the lake and find all those wood carving. I certainly find them to be quite interesting, and yeah, just something to do as you walk around this 13-kilometer trail. All right, at the end, I think we will see that marker real soon. Take a look. Kilometer 13 should be 0 on the other side. Yeah. All right, the loop is completed. It has been a semi-long day, a few hours of a bit of drone flying, but overall a very flat trail. And what is really nice for this trail is the fact that there are washroom, there are even shelters, if you will, on the way, which makes it really friendly to people with fitness level of different sorts. So it is good. We just need to walk back to the car and conclude the loop of this amazing day here at Inland Lake. All right, back in the Jeep here after, let's see, around 4 hours, of course, stop and go and my drone footage as well. We are officially back. We're going to head back to Powell River today, get some good food, and continue our exploration tomorrow. Oh. I think I just crushed something, but overall I think it was good. Thanks so much for watching. What do you think?
Yeah, it was really good. Great hike. Recommend.
Yeah, so you heard her. Let's highly recommend coming to Inland Lake, and Powell River is such an amazing place with endless trail to explore. And I guess we'll see you guys down the road. Cheers. Bye bye.